Welcome to our English class, my lovely fifth graders. After this class, you are supposed to be able to identify the new vocabulary, understand the story, read the story, and practice the new vocabulary. First of all, do you remember our friends in our book? We have Kate, Ed, Libby, and Finn. In today's class, we are going to read a new story about our friends. Open your class book, page 8, Unit 1, with the title You Can Build It. Take a look at the pictures and try to guess what is happening here. Now let's read together. You can build it. Mom, have fun at the club. What are you doing today? Kate, Libby and Ed have written a play. It's really good. Ed, we've decided to build the set today. Dad's given us his tools. Libby, Finn has found lots of wood and some old sheets. We've brought some paint too. Finn, let's start work. I need to measure the wood with the tape measure. Finn, now we need to join these together. Pass me that hammer and a nail, please, Kate. Ed, what can I do? Libby, you can help me paint the sheets. You are good at art. Libby, we need to paint mountains and sky on this sheet. Ed, okay, you can paint the sky. I'm going to paint the mountains. Kate, this is great. I've never built a set before. Finn, well, you've done a good job. Kate, thanks. Let's go and see what Ed and Libby have done. Finn, oh look, they are stuck in the middle. Libby, oh no, we can't move until the paint dries. After reading, try to answer the following questions. 1. What are the children doing? 2. Who wrote the play? 3. Name 3 or 4 tools that the children used. 4. What are Libby and Ed going to do? 5. What happened to Libby and Ed? Move now to exercise 3, page 8. We are going to decide if these sentences are true or false. Number 1. Ed and Libby have written a story. False. Number 2. Dad has given the children his tools. True. 3. Finn asks Kate for a sheet. False. Libby paints the mountains. False. 5. Kate is good on building. True. 6. Libby and Ed can't move. It is true. Now let's say, what are these things? Number 1, it is a tray. Tray. 2. Tools. Tools. Sew. Sew. Roller. Roller. Rope. Rope. Tape measure. Tape measure. Nail. Nail. Hammer. Hammer. So these are a group of tools that we can use to build things. Can you guess the words? Now let's move to exercise number 2, page 9. You have to write the words. Number 1, Dad keeps his tools in a box in the garage. Number 2, you can use a rope to pull things or tie things together. 3, we used a tape measure to see how long the piece of wood was. Number 4, a nail is a small sharp piece of metal. 5, you can use a hammer to hit nails. 6, you can use a roller or a paintbrush to paint walls. Let's move to working with words. Today we are going to know what is the meaning of a verb, subject, object, adverb and adjective. So first of all, what is a verb? A verb is the action that we can find in a sentence. What's a subject? The subject is the doer of the action. What's an object? The object is a thing or a person that is affected by the verb. You have also to remember what is the meaning or what's the difference between an adverb and an adjective. An adverb is a word that usually ends with ly, and we use it to describe a verb. So we say she walks slowly. Slowly is describing the verb walks and it ends with ly, so it is an adverb. Whereas the adjective is used to describe nouns. So we say, I saw a beautiful girl. A beautiful is used to describe the girl, so it's used to describe a noun, which is the girl. So beautiful is an adjective. Now let's move to exercise 3, page 9, where you have to look at the words in bold and write. Number 1, I have written a story. I is the subject. Number 2, Mom made a pizza. A pizza is the object. 3, he is playing tennis. Is playing is the verb. 4, my sister talks fast. Fast is the adverb. Now let's move to your workbook, page 6. Exercise number 1. In exercise number 1, you have to read the story and to write Libby, Ed, Kate, or Finn. Here is the answers. Exercise number 2, you have to read the events and to write them in the correct orders. You can read the story, then reorder the events. Here is the answers. Now, exercise number 3 plus 4 are a homework. Moving to your workbook, page 7. Exercise number 1, we have to read and to write the words. Look at the pictures and write the words. He wants to join 2 pieces of wood. He's got some nails, but he needs a hammer. Number 2, the girls can't measure the rope. They need a tape measure. 3, she wants to paint the set. Wait, she needs a roller and a tray. 4, he wants to cut the wood. There are lots of tools, but there isn't a saw. So here is the answers of exercise number 1 in your workbook, page 7. Moving to exercise number 2. Remember, an adjective describes a thing, an adverb describes an action. Circle the adjectives, underline the adverbs. So in sentence number 1, we saw our favorite teacher. Favorite is an adjective. Number 2, I did my homework carefully. Carefully is an adverb. 3, my big sister plays tennis well. Big is an adjective, well is an adverb. 4. Gloria poured the yellow paint slowly. So yellow is an adjective, slowly is an adverb. 5. The children played games happily in the garden. Happily is an adverb. Exercise number 3, workbook page 7. You have to write the subjects, verbs, and object from the sentences in exercise number 2 in the table, and here is the answers. Your homework for this week is to copy the story in your class book page 8. So here is a quote at the end of this class for you. Winners are not people who never fail, but people who never quit. Thanks a lot.